back. Tim Rosso, Red Light Show.
Hello?
Hey, Judy, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi. You are on there.
Oh, I'm on the air. Hello, everyone.
All right. Just give a little background on who you are and what you do and how we end up meeting.
Well, I've kind of been in the entertainment industry for a long time. I started off in TV, actually local TV, Ventura County.
What'd you do?
Yeah, I'm not mostly camera.
Okay.
But occasionally I would get in front of the camera too.
Nice.
Interview the mayor here and there.
Okay.
Yeah, I was that girl that filmed the city council meetings.
All right, tell us a little bit about Daniel Ash for those people that do not know who he is.
Well, he's been around for a long time. 1979, I believe, is the beginning date. He's one of the founding members of Bauhaus, and they're pretty legendary in the post-punk world. Started off in Northampton, but they eventually transformed. David J. did his own solo project for a little while with the Jazz Butcher, and eventually they reformed and became Love and Rockets. And Love and Rockets went on to quite a bit of commercial success, and they kind of parted ways and did a few other things as well. But Daniel Ash also founded Tones on Tail. And now he's embarking on a new project called Poptone.
Freaking awesome.
Well, yeah, it is actually.
Thank you for setting this up and helping us out, and we're going to you do a lot of work with no cover, and that's greatly appreciated. And what we're going to do, it's a red light first. We're going to just hand you off the interview, and we're going to let you run with it.
Oh, cool!
All right,
awesome. Thank you for believing in me.
No problem. You also do photography.
Oh yes, I'm a photographer. I mostly focus on black and white abstract. A little bit different, a little dark sometimes. And then I also do music photography. That's kind of my first love and passion.
How'd you get started?
Well, I started in TV, like I said, and then when my daughter was born, I didn't really have a whole lot of time because it was, really time-consuming. The business is, you have to be there 24/7. So I decided to go into still photography. And
was that a hard transition?
No, not at all. I just went for it. I just went for what I love the most, and that's music. And I was traveling down to LA all the time. This is early 2000s. And then I started getting some pretty big shows that I was starting to photograph. And David J. was actually one of them. He believed in me. And that's Daniel Ash's cohort from the past. But, I just started going for it, and I decided I'd probably better get a little bit more training since it kind of came fast and hard. So I went to Brooks Institute and got my degree in photojournalism.
Heck
2005. Yeah.
All right, we have.
So it's all good.
I believe we have him on the other line. Please hold. Hello.
Hi there, it's Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, how are you?
Good. Are you ready to go?
Yes, you're actually on the air now. I am merging. Judy, are you there?
Going airways, that's
Hello?
All right.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, well, everybody's here. Kevin's here, Diva's here, and I'm here. We're all three
Oh,
of us.
can you
Yeah, everyone's good.
hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. This is
Great.
there. All right.
All right, go for it, Judy.
On your marks, get set, go.
Great. Hi, Daniel. Nice to hear from you. Seriously, it's been a long time.
Yeah. Well, you left Ohio many years ago, right?
It's been about 6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Wait, Kevin.
And
Hold on 1 second. Hey, do you recognize that? We're in the
I
rehearsal,
do.
by the way. That's why all this is going on. I shouldn't have said that, did I? Do the whole thing.
Oh, is Kevin there too?
Yeah, Kevin and Diva are all three.
And Diva? Oh, nice. Hi, guys.
Yeah, we're all, well, we're just taking a break from rehearsal right now, so go on, Kev, give him another sound. Kev's going to show off now. He's got another sound coming. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, what about the cowbells again? I want to hear it one more time. Oh, it's too late. He has to fiddle around with his knob. Go on, Kev. Go for it. Oh, God. This one. Come on. That's another Tones on Tail sound. Okay, so have you got any questions?
I do. Well, the first one, I meant this to be an icebreaker, and you're welcome to plead the fifth if you want. Boxers or briefs?
Okay, sorry, this speaker's not very good on this phone. Can you say that again?
I said boxers or briefs?
Boxers or briefs? Definitely briefs for me. What about you, Trevor? Kevin. I'll go with the briefs. That's 3 briefs.
3 briefs, great.
3 briefs. But what color?
Mostly blue.
Yeah. Black.
Blue. Not polka dot?
No.
No polka dots, okay. Well, let's see. Let's start off with your tour. Poptone, your new project. You're getting ready to tour. This is very exciting for all of us.
Yeah, we're starting up. Sorry?
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, we've got the 2 gigs in L.A., the VIP gigs, so they're called, or whatever, at a place called Swing House, which is the 21st and 22nd. 20th and the 21st. Sorry, get mixed up here. And then of April, and then we start out in May. What's the date of the first gig? This is all getting sorted out at the moment. It's not all written in stone, but it's getting there. It's like around the 20th of May. No, Kevin
Wow.
said. Well, maybe. Yeah, anyway, 2 gigs in LA on the 20th and 21st of April, which are sort of all sold out now. And then we've got, we're starting up in May to do like probably between 8 and 10 gigs in May, and then we're having a break. And we're doing some more gigs in August, and then possibly some more gigs in October around the U.S.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Hang on.
Are you,
June and July.
And June and July and September, all the months.
Yeah.
awesome.
We're going to be working real hard this year, and then we're going to knock it on
Wow.
the Yes.
So are you going to keep it, like you're going to go back into your past projects with this, or is there going to be anything new?
Well, yeah, there's the odd thing new, but essentially we're doing, Love and Rockets, mainly a lot of Tones on Tail songs, some Love and Rocket songs, a Bauhaus song or 2, and then some songs that we're just having a lot of fun with at the moment.
Great.
But we're going to, I don't want to say what they are now, so hopefully they're a nice surprise down the road when we do the first gig.
Wow. So this next question is a little bit different. Urban legend or truth? Years ago, I was told a story of the blue coat, and I believe you're the one that told me this story. If I'm not mistaken, you broke down on the way to a gig, and you had to hitchhike.
Hang on, a story about what? The blue coats?
Your blue coat.
Oh, that story. Yeah, me and Dave, the car had broken down. We were in the middle of the countryside, and I had this electric blue fur coat on that went from, my shoulders right down to the floor, and I started to hitch a lift with Dave. And he said, nobody's ever going to pick you up in that coat. Are you kidding me? And I put my hand out, and the first car that passed picked me up, and I got a lift. He couldn't believe it. That's the story, right?
That's what I remember. And I couldn't remember if it was just something that I might have read somewhere or if it was true.
Well,
it is true.
Yeah, I remember. We were out in the sticks somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, you didn't think I'd get a lift because I had this ridiculously loud electric blue fur coat on with very large...
Oh, that's funny.
And I got a lift straight away. Some very strange man.
Oh, of course. So, yeah, what was your actual worst road trip experience while on tour?
Well, that one was my best road trip experience and my worst, because of what happened next. I can't really talk about that. So.
Oh, okay. That answers that.
I can only imagine that one.
Yeah, so hush on that one. It was very... I haven't been the same since, actually.
I mean, if you don't tell me, my mind just goes to the worst place. I think of the worst possible scenario.
Yeah, no. It's okay. Next question.
Okay. So you've lived through many technological advances in the span of your career. Do you find the process of creating music more enjoyable or easier these days?
Well, it's great.
How is it different?
That we've got everything that we're going to be playing. We sort of worked these songs out about 35 years ago. So it's great. All we've got to do now is relearn how to play them. So the writing of the songs has been done. So it's better. Hopefully it's going to be plain sailing from now on, for the next couple of years. Great.
Do you feel like you thrive more artistically in this environment?
Thrive? Well, to be honest, I think it's been about 7 years since I personally have put a guitar around my neck in a live situation, with a situation with a band as such. So we're having a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, that's, it makes you feel about 40 years younger when you start doing this music stuff.
That's great.
It's a lot more fun than laying around in Ojai, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Were you asking if we're employing new technology?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you were asking?
So, hold on, I can't hear. It's kind of echoing a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, again?
Were you asking if we're employing new technology?
No. It was more about, well, yes and no. It was more about how it was different, but you definitely, you answered it well.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually, the stuff that we're playing is, stuff from the 80s and 90s, so the gear that we're using, we're trying to recreate the sounds exactly as they were then. So the gear that we're using, I mean, I'm still using my old foot pedals that I had since 1982 or something. And Kevin has got he's got a new shiny drum kit now. It's all chrome. It looks fabulous. And then Diva plays actually, it's not a Rickenbacker, is it? It's a Rickenbacker Offies, but it's an
Ibanez.
Yeah. Oh, we just bought a new bass amp the other day, so we're all excited about the new bass amp.
Mm-hmm. Wow. My next question, do you find that there's some challenges to this new way of making music, or is it coming fairly easily?
Well, the challenge is trying to get it to sound exactly like it is on the records, actually. That's a bit...
Okay.
Using all the... that we used when we made these songs, with the odd exception, like I've got a couple of foot pedals that are from 1976 or something, so I've upgraded them and I'm using like a brand new version of the same thing for reliability and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it's essentially, basically we're in a little room in Burbank in Los Angeles rehearsing a set right now. So we've got about 10 or 12 numbers all worked out, and so we're sort of we're fine tuning them.
Nice.
Ready for gig, the 2 gigs we've got coming up in April at Swing House.
That's great. unfortunately, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make one of the first two, but I'm definitely looking forward to your tour.
Yeah, well, the ones after that will be around the middle of May, going through to September, actually, but we're having breaks, through that tour. It's not going to be like 30 gigs in a row. It's going to be like 8 or 10 gigs and then a break and then another, lot going through the year.
Mm-hmm.
Might be some festivals coming later on in the year as well.
Great. That sounds like a lot of fun. Next one. In the early days, fans found out about what was going on in a completely different way. Magazines, record stores, radio stations. In fact, my first experience with your music was on late night alternative radio. They played Waltz and Fusion, and I was instantly turned on. Kind of a pivotal moment. I was a young teen, and that was exactly what I was looking for. And so it changed the way I looked at music.
Right.
And then eventually the internet caught on, and fans, we could all communicate and talk to each other. And do you remember the early message boards?
I don't know. Sort of kept away from the whole thing. I sort of resisted even doing email or texting for about 17 years after everybody else was doing it. So somebody...
I think Kevin might remember.
He forced me to get an iPhone. In fact, they bought me an iPhone about 2 years ago. So I just got into it all because I was really against the whole thing because it was... I don't know, just the phone was ringing the whole time and, texting and I thought it was a nightmare. Then suddenly I realized one day I woke up and I thought, well, texting would be perfect for me because I won't have to talk to anybody. I can just text them. And then switch the phone off and go for a ride on my bike.
Yeah.
I remember it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So technology thing. What is your question then about the technology?
Well, back in the early days, we would communicate on the message boards and about the shows coming up and this and that. And really, it unified us. I've made friends for 20 plus years.
Now than ever, because everything.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good thing in one way because if you do anything, the whole world knows about it in about 2.5 minutes. So that can be a complete nightmare, depending on what. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like the music is a great unifier of people. How does that make you feel? There's a lot of people that have come together because of this reason.
Well, this thing all started off about 6 weeks. We were thinking, okay, let's do this, okay, and then finally got a poster together, if you like a flyer for the whole thing, and we put it up there, and the response was really good and instant. When we sold these first 2 gigs out just on Facebook alone.
Oh yeah.
Within 48 hours, 2 nights. So that side of the whole thing is fantastic. It's incredible. Everything is so instant now.
It's very quick. Yeah. Well, and as a fan, I've kind of lived through all of the changes too, and so it's.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right then.
We're just Danny's bot.
Wait, what?
We're just your bot.
Oh,
robot.
Hardly. I'm just trying to make this thing flow. Is there anybody? Are you still there? Where are you?
Hello. So.
Where's your?
So next, let's talk motorcycles. You're a big collector and enthusiast. Do you find that music and motorcycles go together well?
Music and motorcycles. Well, it's a bit of a rock and roll cliche, isn't it? Rock and roll, Harley Davidson motorcycles or Triumph yeah. Bit of a cliche. They do, and jukeboxes go with those as well. Hold on, Diva's going to say something. Hold on.
I was going to say they're both liberating. Motorcycles.
Yeah.
That's why they go together.
Yes. They're both sort of instruments of freedom. I would say. Free, Kevin. Freedom is the word.
Freedom. Do your ideas tend to flow more freely when you're on your bike?
I do get a lot of ideas on my bike, yes, but they're not something I want to talk about on the radio. Yeah.
Okay.
I get lots of ideas on the bike, yes, absolutely. Well, some people like mountains. Other people's like going for a walk or taking the dog for a walk. I like riding bikes. And actually, you do a lot of exercise as far as walking goes. I like to walk dogs, and that's where I get a lot of my ideas. What about you, Dee? Where'd you get your ideas from?
Taking a bath. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Tell me more about that one.
Tell me what?
I said, tell me more about that one.
What one?
I'm just playing around.
I think it was the bath. Was it the bath?
Takes a bath, falls asleep, and then she has these ideas while she's asleep.
I don't fall asleep in the bath, though.
Oh, you don't? I do. I do it all the time. Right. That's why you haven't drowned.
Yeah.
Good idea. Okay.
Okay, next question. So you've been very prolific with painting the last few years. Do you feel like being in such a creative community of people that kind of helped nurture it some?
No, it's not. It's the opposite. It's got nothing to do with Ojai. It's because nobody knocks on my door and leaves me alone. That's why I can go outside and just throw lots of paint at canvas and stuff, and it's great because in Ojai everybody leaves you alone. So I love that. It's the opposite.
I remember. Perfect.
Yeah.
It's great. Let's see. One of the very first times I had the opportunity to talk to you, it was all about photography. Are you still interested in the art?
In photography itself?
Mm-hmm.
No, I prefer to use paint. I like throwing paint around. I like using...
Okay.
What I'm using at the moment is a lot of day clothes paint. It's real cheap. You can buy great big buckets of it, and it's like really loud yellow, electric blue, lime green, and when you put a black light on them, they completely go crazy. It's that cheap poster paint stuff. I love it.
Oh, that's great. So all of the art you've been creating lately kind of has some of this day glow in it?
Yeah, lots of day glow, mostly day glow.
Oh.
Yeah. And the people that buy the painting, I haven't actually told them this, but if anybody out there is listening that's got some of my stuff, if you just turn the lights off and shine a black light on it, it'll really pop.
I had no idea. That's great.
You just reminded me about it, actually. Yeah, not all of them, but a lot of that, day glow paint.
How do you how do you artistically put that together in your head?
I don't. I just get the canvas and then usually just put it on the floor and start throwing paint at the canvas.
Oh, okay.
On the floor, at height. The higher the better, because then it explodes more.
All right, cool.
And then I sort of see faces or I see something in the paint when it's all mixing together, and then I enhance those bits to create a finished piece. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm at the end of my questions here. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, Tim?
No. You're talking to the other.
Oh yeah. The only one question I had is, what is the one thing that has drawn you to your genre at this moment?
Okay, one more time.
What is the one thing that has drawn you to the genre of music you play?
The genre of music. What's drawn you to it, Daniel? Oh, the genre. Yeah. Well, I've always liked the idea. I've wanted to do music that sounds like it comes from another planet, but it's very appealing to Earthlings. And I think I achieved that more than anything with Kevin and Glenn with the band Tones on Tail, because it really still sounds like it's from elsewhere. But you can definitely tap your foot to it. It's not obscure and too abstract that it's boring. There are some catchy little tunes there.
Nice.
So drawn to, it's well like people like Brian Eno, because David Bowie, etc. Early Roxy music. It was like a little, for me when I was at art school at 17. That music sounded like it came from another planet, and that I found very appealing.
It's real inspiring.
Pardon?
It's real inspiring to have that goal, and to really follow it all the way through. Because I mean, to get into music in general, and even mainstream like big pop music, that's hard. And to change lives the way you have, it's just with that mindset to me, it's pretty amazing.
Well, we've had a lot of fun over the years. I think looking back, I mean, I think we had probably some of the best times recording the pop albums. Remember that, Kevin, when we went to Rockfield in Wales?
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun because there was no commercial pressure from the record company then. We never made a video for any of those songs. We never even talked about making videos. It's weird looking back on it, but there was a lot of fun for that year and a half or however long we were together as a band. It was great. We were free to do whatever we wanted to do, more than as much as the other bands, if not more.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, Daniel, I just want to say, Daniel and friends, I would like to say just thank you so much. I just want to say thank you for supporting us, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to spend some time with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Where are you guys?
I'm in Ventura. We run a show called the Red Light District Show out here in Ventura.
Okay.
#1 radio station in Ventura County.
All right. Okay.
All right. Nice talking to you all. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Okay, we'll see you on the road somewhere over the next 12 months.
You will see me on the road for sure.
Okay.
All right.
you.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Judy, good job.
All right. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Judy,
I did my best.
you did good.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it. Next time, be more assertive, okay?
Yeah, I know. We're not live, right?
Yeah, we're still live. You want me to
we
cut
are.
it? I'll cut it.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, all right,
Okay, bye.
Hold on. Bye. Let me take you off. Make sure you tune in. We're going to go on live at 7:15. Moonridge, cast member auditions, Galactic Polecats, Chris Leva and friends. Do we go there? That's what we got. So in about 25 minutes. Thank you.